Hello there, Aries. This is your day-to-day horoscope for October 24. So there is already a October video that has an overview for the month, but it does not cover day to day. So this is an add-on that I'm doing now to my videos. So next month you will see the overview with the important dates. Okay, so let's begin for Aries. Now, Aries, October is looking to be a wonderful month for you. It's a happy month for you. If you have anything that was pending from March 24, then you'll see that you will be able to work on that. Something will come to completion. So anything that's left over, any kind of pending work, you will be able to finish that off or at least get started on that. From the 9th to the 24th, watch your speech, okay? Because you will see that your speech is what will create some problems for you this month. If you are a student, you're in education, if you're taking any classes, you'll see that you'll do very well during this month of October. From the 24th to the 25th, that is a time where it's Pusha Nakshatra, which means whatever you bring into your life, it actually expands. So what people like to do on this day is usually buy gold. It's usually a good investment, maybe just as a gift or just something small. But it's something that people love to do with Pusha Nakshatra. Now, in relations to your siblings, your relationship will improve. You'll see that the best time is after the 9th of October. And from August 22nd to October 9th, that is where you probably had to spend some money. Your expenses were a little bit higher during that period. Now, from September 30th to October 5th, that's where you're going to rectify your mistakes that you made during October 22nd to October 9th. So you'll go back and you'll revisit what happened there. Now, Saturn is in your 10th, so you'll definitely be applying yourself at work in your career. October 9th to the 25th, that is the best time for students. If you're taking any kind of course, if you're studying, you'll see that you are very focused. You are getting recognized for the work that you're putting in. Your marks will be very good during this phase. From the 6th to the 12th, those are your best financial days. Those are your money days. So that's a perfect time for you to ask for any investments that you might want to make, any money that's owing to you. If you want to borrow money, this is a really good time. These are good money days for you. Now, from the 7th to the 11th, that's where you'll see some profit, especially if you're like in the share market or if you're in trading. Now, if you have a natal chart and your Rahu is sitting in the 5th or it's sitting in the 11th, looking at it, that would not be advisable. Then you want to stay away from the stock market or any kind of gambling of any sort, okay? Because that just wouldn't be good for your chart. Now, from the 13th to the 19th, that's where you'll see that you could take short trips for work. You could enjoy your hobbies. You'll also see that your relationship with your siblings is also better during this time. Now, from the 20th to the 27th, this is where you're happy at home. You're feeling at peace. Your relationship with your mother is also really well. You're getting along better with her. You're enjoying your time at home. So from October 28th to November 6th, that's a great time to learn, to love, to have a good time with your kids. If you're doing any kind of artwork or any kind of creativity, it's really, really a good time for that. So make the best use of that. So now let's look at it from each day perspective. So when we're looking at the 1st and the 2nd and the 3rd, those are great days for you. Very creative days, great days for learning. Great days for romance. If you have children, that's where you'll get along with your children. The 4th and the 5th, this is where you will see that you have to be a little bit careful on these days because you could either get into an argument with someone. You may not be feeling your best. You may be feeling down. If you have any work that is due, it might be better to leave it pending. If you have any decisions to be made, leave those decisions pending because you will definitely most likely make the wrong decision on those days. The 6th, the 7th, and the 8th, those are great days. Those are days where you will get along with your spouse. Your spouse is very beautiful, by the way, and you'll see that you're more in tune with your spouse, and your relationship is just easier on these days. Now, moving to the 9th and the 10th. That's a day where you'll feel stress. You're going to feel stress regarding something, whether it's health, whether it's work, you may not be feeling your best as well. Now, moving to the 11th and the 12th, those are great days. Those are days where you feel a little bit lucky, and you'll also look back to the 9th and 10th and think, okay, well, where did I go wrong? If you made any wrong decisions, how do you revise yourself? So you revisit 9 and 10 and you move forward. So the 13th and the 14th, this is where you will do well on your career. Any work-related issues you have will be more resolved on these days. You'll find that you're actually more productive on the 13th and the 14th. Now moving to the 15th and the 16th, these are great days that you actually can enjoy some time out with your friends, just socialize and have a good time. Now, the 17th and the 18th, these are days where you will probably be dealing with health issues, or you will not be feeling your best. You might feel lonely on these days, and you might also incur some expenses on these days. So be mindful of your money. And somebody also may take advantage of you on this day. So be mindful of where you're spending your money, and you'll recognize it the days to follow. But on the 17th and the 18th, be mindful of any extra expenses. Now on the 19th and the 20th, this is where you revisit, your month. This is where you look back on everything you're doing this month. You revitalize yourself. You revisit your decisions and how the month has gone. So these are days for yourself. This is where you want to relax. You want to enjoy, spend some time by yourself, reflect on life. And on the 21st, 22nd, and the 23rd, these are good money days for you. And so is from the 6th to the 11th and 12th. Those are also good money days for you as well. So you have really good money days this month. So you should be doing well financially, especially if you're looking to borrow money, ask for money. You'll see that money comes to you easier on these days. Now moving on to the 24th and the 25th. These are great days for you to get along with your siblings. If you have any issues with them, these are great days to resolve those issues. If you want to take a short trip, it could be anything local, anything related to work, this is a great time for that. You could also see that if you are doing any hobbies, you're more inclined to do hobbies on these days. So you'll definitely get along better with your siblings and your neighbors as well. Now moving on to the 26th and 27th. These are days where you'll find that it's really easy to get along with your mother. Your mom is a very sensitive type of person. She's a nurturer, and you'll see that, your rapport with her is really, really nice on these days. So you can get really close with her on those days. So make the most of that. And then the 28th, 29th, and the 30th, these are great days for you to enjoy yourself, for you to go out and have a good time. These are great days to learn something new, to enjoy your studies. You'll see that you're more focused and you actually absorb information much easier for you to do your tasks, especially if you're studying, if you're taking notes. You'll see it's much easier. So there you go, Aries. That was your October day-to-day horoscope for October 2024. Taurus, October, you will see that there is good news with your children and also in regards to marriage. If you're planning on getting married, it's also a great time for you. It's also a great time to plan a new home or plan for old age. So this is a great month for planning. This is also a month where you could get social recognition. Okay, so if you're looking to get recognized for your work or the efforts that you put in, they will definitely get noticed this month. One word of caution for this month would be that you should think twice before speaking. Your words can definitely get you into some kind of trouble this month. So it could cause some disagreement, misunderstanding, or even arguments this month. Now, from September 22nd to October 8th, that's a good time for your children. If you have some, if they're studying, you'll see good news regarding them. It's also good for romance. If you're looking to learn something new, to be creative, those are good days from September 22nd to October 8th. So from October 9th to the 25th, this is where you could plan for a new home with a loan. If you apply for a loan to get a house, this is a good time for that. It's also a good time to plan old age from October 9th to the 25th. From October 26th onward, this is where you will improve your relationships with your siblings or your neighbors. October 9th to the 25th, that's a good time for you, for your home, your family, to improve relationships with your mother as well. Now, from August 18th to October 12th, this is where your Lagnesh goes into the 6th house, and you have Mars in the 2nd house. This is why I said that you should be careful of the words that you speak, and you also need to watch out for your health as well, because your ascendant is going into the 6th house. So be a little bit mindful during this time. Now, September 18th to October 12th, this is also a time where you can have some legal issues, some court cases where you could not feel well. Keep your decisions pending and try to get along with people as best as you can. Be mindful of your words. You could have some issues this month regarding that. Something very small could cause something, that you will come to regret. Now, September 28th to October 1st, those are best days for your job. You'll see that you perform really well. You'll get along with your superiors. You'll get recognized for your work. Now, from October to November 14th, this is also, you'll see that your workload is also increased. You'll see that you're working more, you're putting more efforts in, but it's good. You'll see that, you're performing really well at work. Now, the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, this is good. These are good days. This is days where you want to spend some time with your friends, enjoy your social life, network. And the 5th and the 6th, this is where you could incur some unnecessary expenses. If you're having decisions pending, this is where you want to keep them pending. You could make the wrong decision. You could get into an argument with someone. You could have, if you have a court case that's going, anything legal issues that you have going on right now, if you do, try to avoid the 5th and the 6th. You don't want to go to any court dates on those days, and try not to sign any papers on these days. Now, the 7th, 8th, and 9th, this is time for yourself. This is where you revive yourself. You rectify all your actions from the previous days. You revisit your decisions. Now, the 10th, 11th, and 12th, these are your best money days for friends, family, food, fun. These are good days for you. And if you're in the stock market, you can check on the 10th to see your profits. This is where you might want to take profit. The 13th, 14th, 15th, again, very good days for you. These are great days for romance, for love, for your children. You'll see them doing really well on these days. And also, if you are if you're taking a course, if you're learning something new, these are good days where you'll see that you actually really absorb all the information. It's easier for you to learn on these days. It's easier for you to be more creative on these days. So if you are in the arts, music, art, painting, anything creative, this is where you'll see that, your creativity is on a high on these days. Now, the 16th, 17th, and 18th, after 6 p.m., you'll see that you're happy at home. Okay, this is a really good time with your spouse as well. You're doing really well in your relationship with them. You're getting along with them. The rapport is there. The romance is there, and you'll see that the 3 days, 16th, 17th, 18th, are really nice days for your marriage. Now, the 18th after 6 p.m., this is a good time to spend some time with your friends. This is a good time to learn. This is a good time to, maybe go on a date. And this is a romantic time for you. Now, the 19th and the 20th, this is a good time. Now, if you're looking to propose to your special someone, great days, 19th and 20th, great romance days. You really want to, go on a date, have a good time, make the most of these days. Now, the 21st, 22nd, and 23rd, this is where you want to be a little bit careful regarding your health. The thing with you is that you really self-indulge. You like to eat, and you do have a sweet tooth, and you appreciate food like nobody else, okay? And you know how they say, to get to your heart is through the stomach. That's with a Taurus for sure. So, be a little bit mindful of your diet. Sometimes you overdo it, and that can cause health issues. Also, this is where if you're looking to get a loan, could be a good time. And also, if you're, if you're trying to get along with someone, be a little mindful of how you present yourself in your speech, okay? Because you could also get into an argument here with someone. This could also be an expensive days for you as well. So that's the 21st, 22nd, and 23rd. So be a little bit mindful on those days. Now, the 24th, 25th, and 26th, these are good days. This is where you'll see that you're getting socially recognized. You're doing well. You're also getting along really well with your spouse, with your friends. Very good days. Now, the 27th, 28th, and 29th, this is where you'll see that these are stressful days for you. And you can also see that your spouse's family could also financially help you during this time. So it could be a very painful time regarding something. Also, if you're someone who drives a vehicle, this is where you want to drive carefully. Be mindful of speeding, getting into any kind of accidents. Be very vigilant while you're driving. Now, the 30th and the 31st, these are lucky days for you, okay? So this is where you could build your connection with your siblings. You could spend some time with them. And also, this could be a religious time for you, a time where you, reflect on God, your spirituality. It's a lucky time for you. So there you go, Taurus. That was your October day-to-day horoscope. Moving on to Gemini. Gemini, October is a great month for you, offering you relief and progress in your workplace. Okay, it's also a great month for you to love and to learn. And if you have children, this is also a good month for them. You'll see them progressing really well. You'll be getting along with them very nicely. And you'll also see that it's a great time to plan for a house or a home with a loan. So if you want to apply for a loan to purchase some property, this is also a good time for that. From the 9th to the 25th, this is a daring time for you at work. You'll take the job duties that you have, and you will perform really well. During October 26th and 27th, these are good money days for you, okay? So loan, especially a large amount. I can see that you could take out a large amount to, facilitate some kind of a large purchase. This is also a great time for you to learn. And you could get some good news regarding your children, their progress at school, and it's the best time for any kind of work proposal that you have. Now, let's go from day to day. The 1st, the 2nd, these are days where you want to be a little bit careful, okay? This is where if you have a decision that's being made, keep that decision pending, okay? You don't want to make any decisions on the 1st and 2nd. You might feel a little down. You might feel a little lonely. You might even get into an argument with someone. You may even feel a little ill. So these 2 days are not favorable for you. And the 3rd and the 4th, this is where you revisit your decisions and everything that happened on the 1st and the 2nd. The 4th and the 5th, these are great money days. They're your best money days for the month. And the 6th and the 7th, this is where you will see that your local trips that you may have, your hobbies, your siblings, your relationship with your siblings, or even your relationship with your neighbors, you'll see that you could improve those relationships. And on the 8th and the 9th, this is where you will be happy at home. You'll get along well with your mother. Your mother she's a very analytical, very practical woman, great with budgeting. So you'll get along really well with her on those days. On the 10th and the 11th, this is a great time to love and to learn, a great time with your children. If you're a student, this is a great time for you to focus on your academics. You'll do really well in your studies, in your papers during this time. This is also a romantic time. And if you are creative, this is a good time for you to do some work with your art or any kind of creation that you do. And this is also a good time for the stock market for you, especially from October 10th and the 28th. So again, it depends on other planets. Do the stock market very carefully, but these are good days where your fifth house is getting very activated. Now the 12th and the 13th, be careful with your health. You could get into fights. You could get into an argument with someone. This is where your health might not be at its best. Basically, you don't, these 2 days are not favorable for you. And you'll see that people that you do get into an argument, they're going to hold a grudge. They are going to be one not to forget the fight easily. They're not one to forgive and forget very easily. Now moving on to the 14th, 15th, and 16th. This is where you'll have a great time with your spouse. You'll get along really well. You'll see that you're, easily getting along with them. The energy is flowing, and it's a nice romantic time with your spouse. And your spouse is someone who is very ethically righteous. Like he is one who is he knows what's right and wrong. He's very he could be traditional. He's a good guy. Now the 17th and the 18th, this is a stressful time. You could feel a little bit lonely. You could have work issues. These 2 days are not favorable. The 19th and the 20th, these are good days. These are lucky days for you. This is where you could also do any kind of long trip traveling, or you could travel to a religious place or do anything to do with religion on these days. The 19th and to the 24th, these are good career days for you. You'll find on these days that you do your tasks more easily. You get along better with your boss, with your superiors. You get recognized and credit for your work on these days. So those are good career days for you. Now the 21st and the 22nd, these are great days for also promotion as well. Okay, so you could see that, again, your work gets recognized. You're actually appreciated. Now, the 23rd, 24th, and 25th, this could show some property-related issues. It could be good or bad, but mostly I would say it's good, but it's related to property. And also you could enjoy some good time with your friends. Be careful the company you keep, because you are Gemini. You easily get influenced. You become the company that you keep. And if you have a child who is a Gemini, be mindful of their friends, because they easily will give into peer pressure. Now, for the 25th, the 26th, 27th, this is where you want to keep your decisions pending. If you have documents to sign, I wouldn't sign them on this day. This is where you could get used. This is where you could incur some expenses unnecessarily, and you might feel down, a little bit lonely, and these 3 days are not favorable. So the 28th and the 29th, this is where you will revise yourself. You will revisit those 3 days and see where you went wrong. Especially if you do make any decisions, you'll look back and have some remorse on that. Now on the 30th, the 31st, these are really good financial days for you. Okay. Your best days are 4th, 5th, 30th, and 31st. These are days that you want to take advantage of. Okay. So you should have money in your wallet in these days. If you're looking to borrow, this is a good time to ask. If somebody owes you money, this is time to ask for your money back. Okay. You will easily get it on these days. So there you go, Gemini. That is your day-to-day October. Moving on to Cancer for the month of October, day-to-day horoscope. Now, Cancer, this is a month that you will see that your family might have get-togethers, and there's also a new source of income for you. And also towards the end of the month, you could see that it's a good time to get social recognition. Now, regarding best days for a job, that's the 17th, 18th, and 19th of October. And the 24th and the 25th. These are also great days. If you're unemployed, it's a great time to send out your resume, to do any job interviews, looking for promotion, getting a raise. These are great days. 17th, 18th, 19th, 24th, and the 25th. For business, this is also a great month. And if you're looking at health, then the 9th and the 10th of October, this is where you need to practice a little bit of caution regarding your health. Now, for students, the best days are the 7th, the 8th, the 16th, and the 17th of October. And the best love day for you is October 20th. Now, if you're in the stock market, the 7th and the 8th of October, that's a good time for you to actually learn something about the stock market. So look at your trades and you'll be able to pick something up. Something will click on that day. And also, if you want to invest further, the 21st of October is a good day to do that. And if you're looking to sell your profits, then October 28th is a good day for that. You should see some profits on that day. It's a good money day for you. Actually, the best money days are the 1st, the 26th, and 27th, and the 28th of October. So those are your best money days. So if you're looking to borrow money, those are good days. If you're looking to ask somebody for a loan, if somebody owes you money, you want to ask your husband or wife for money, these are good days for that. Okay, your wallet should have a good stash. Now, days to be careful. The 9th and the 10th, those are not good days for your health. The 14th and the 15th, these days will be stressful. And the 22nd and the 23rd, keep your decision pending on those days, okay? Don't sign any documents on those days, and you might feel a little bit down. You may not put in your effort to work as hard. You'll see that your energies are low on that day. So now let's go day by day. So October 1st after 4 p.m., that's a good money day for you, okay? So if you're looking to ask for money, borrow money, this is a good day for you. The 2nd and the 3rd, that's a good day with your siblings. If you want to do any trip traveling, any local traveling, traveling regarding work, it's a good day for your siblings and your neighbors as well. You'll find that you'll get along better with them on those days. Now, the 4th, after 5 p.m., you'll be happy at home on the 4th and the 5th. Now, the 6th, 7th, and 8th, those are good days, especially if you're looking to do any kind of studies, if you're doing any kind of learning, if you are looking to go out with your friends. Those are it's a good day for that. It's where you'll see that you're more creative. But you need to be a little bit more compromising on this day as well. The 7th and 8th, they're good days. So it's a good day to learn, be creative, and maybe, go out on a date. Those are great days to go on a date. 9th and 10th, be careful for your health. You could also get into an argument with someone. You'll also be very sensitive on this day, okay? So, you could take something very personal, something very small, and, make more of it than it is, just because you are sensitive by nature. This is also a great time to ask for a loan if you need to. So that's the 9th and the 10th. The 11th, 12th, and 13th after 4 p.m., before you might want to finish work a little bit early on that day. You'll have better understanding with your spouse on these days. You'll see that your rapport with your spouse is much easier. The flow with your spouse is easier on these days. The 13th and the 14th so the 13th after 4 p.m., this is where you'll find that, things start getting a little bit stressful. So you might even want to finish your work a little bit early if you can, because it does start around 4 p.m. Where the energy of the day of the 13th does start to change. Now on the 15th after 5 p.m., this is where you will get relief from the stress of the 13th and the 14th. Okay, and you'll also look back, you'll revisit, what happened on those 2 days, and you'll kind of revisit, revise, and just, try to look at how you can improve yourself. Now, on the 16th and the 17th, those are great days for you. The 17th after 4 p.m. is good for work. Okay, so the 17th, 18th, 19th, those days are best for work. The 19th, 20th, 21st, those are great days for you to go socialize, go spend time with your friends, go have a good time, network. Those are days where you'll be happy and you'll enjoy life. On the 21st, finish your work before 5 p.m. because by October 22nd and the 23rd, this is where you need to be a little bit careful again. These 2 days, this is where you want to be a little bit careful with any documents that you sign. If you have any decisions that need to be made, keep them pending. Don't make them on the 22nd and the 23rd, okay? Wait, because it's better to not do it when it's not favorable time for you, because more chances of you making the wrong decision or being taken advantage of, or also, maybe you could overlook something very small which could create some problems for you down the road. Now, the 24th and the 25th, these are days where you will work hard. You'll get some good work done, and you'll also revise yourself. You'll look back and see where you can improve. The 26th, that is a really good financial day for you. Okay, so this is, again, your best money days, 26, 27, 28th, but 26 is a really good day for you. Okay, so definitely make the most of that. The 29th and the 30th, these are great days for social media marketing. If you're in any kind of advertising, this is where you want to get that done. And the 31st, you'll see that you're happy at home again. So October is a good month because you have a lot of really good days, and then you have a few that are, you got about 4 or 5 days that are not so good. Okay, so overall, it's a great month. I hope you make the best of every opportunity this month presents to you. Leo, day-to-day horoscope for November 2024. Now, Leos, you have 8 days where you need to be careful and mindful in the month of October. Now, October is a good money month. You'll see that money flow is really good this month. There's also chances of marriage if you're looking to get married or you're trying to find that right special someone. Expenses on religious type works or expenses to learn something new. And also to be careful with your property transactions this month. So if you're looking to buy or sell, be really, really mindful of the property that you're looking at. Make sure you're being really careful, get it inspected, make sure the papers are all in order. Because you could get, you could make a bad choice here. You could make the wrong decision and you could come to regret it in time to come. Now, regarding your job, the 1st, 2nd, 3rd of October are really good for you. Regarding business this month, it's a good business month for business owners. You'll do well. Now, regarding your health, the 27th, 28th, and 29th, and 30th are not good days for health, or it could be stressful. It could be that you don't feel well. You feel down, you feel lonely, you may not get your work done on these days. You could also get into an argument with someone. So keep your decisions pending on these days. Try not to do too much on these days. Now, the 24th, 25th, and 26th, these are good days for students. If you're learning to, if you're wanting to learn something new, if you're in school, this is a good time where you'll see that you're very focused and you absorb information really well on these days. And if you're looking to, go out with someone, if you're looking to date, romance, you'll be in that mood. These are great romance days for you as well. Your creativity will be very high on these days. And the best day for love on this month is the 5th of October. It's a really good love day for you. Now, regarding marriage, the 9th to the 25th, that's pretty much the whole month. So that's a good month for marriage. So 9th to the 25th, plan your days accordingly. Now, as far as those who participate in the stock market, the 4th of October is a good money day for you where you might want to further your investment. And the 14th, 15th, and 16th of October are good days where you could see profit and you could look to sell. Now, if you're looking to learn from the stock market, the 24th and the 25th are really good days where something will click, something that, like look at your trades, look at the market, do some research on these days. It'll be very beneficial to you. Now, the best days for money this month are the 14th, 15th, and the 16th. So if you're looking to borrow, if you're looking for a loan, if you've lent out money and wanted it returned to you, this is a good time for you to ask for it back. You should have money in your wallet on the 14th, 15th, and the 16th. So now let's look at each day. Now, from the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, these are days for yourself. This is where you want to relax, enjoy your time alone, reflect on your life, and think about your decisions. Good days for yourself. The 4th and the 5th, these are good money days for you. Okay, so enjoy that. Like I said before, make the best of the opportunity that you have. These are good days for you with your family as well. Now, the 6th is also a good day for you. This is where you could, have better relationship with your siblings, your neighbor. You might even plan a short local trip for work. Okay, so local traveling is something that you could also do on the 6th. And you could also enjoy time spent on your hobbies as well. Now, the 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th, these are days that you want to be a little bit careful. This is where if you have a decision that needs to be made, I would put that decision on hold. Because chances are very high you'll make the wrong decision and then be regretful for it afterwards. Now, the 11th and 12th, these are great days for you as far as learning, as far as romance, getting along with your children. Again, your creativity will be very high on these days. Also the 13th as well. Now, the 14th, 15th, and 16th, these are good money days for you. This is, you're happy with your spouse, things are going well. Make the most of these days. The money flow is very good. Now, the 16th and the 17th, this could also be a little bit stressful for you. So, you won't quite feel your best on these days. Energies might be a little bit low. 19th and 20th, this is where you'll see that you feel, like your luck is returned to you. You feel better. You might reflect on the 17th and 18th, and you might just, do some meditation, something spiritual. Now, the 21st, 22nd, and the 23rd, this is where you'll do well at your work. This is where you'll get your work done. You can get recognized for your work. If you're looking to get promoted, get your raise, get recognized at work, you should have a good time at work. You could also learn something new at work. Now, the 24th and the 25th, these are good days. This is a day to spend with your friends, socializing, networking, enjoy having some time out. The 26th, 27th, 28th, 29th, and the 30th. This is where you want to be mindful for your health. Okay, you might not be feeling your best. You might feel lonely. You might feel down. You could get into a dispute with someone, an argument. There might be misunderstandings. Not good days for you. Okay, so again, if you have anything planned on these days, try to rearrange it if you can. If you have any decisions that need to be made, try not to do it on these days. The 31st is a good day for you. The month ends well with family, with friends, and you doing well at home, being happy at home. So there you go, Leo. That was the month of October for you. Now moving on to Virgo day-to-day horoscope. Now for Virgos, this is a great money month for you. If you're looking to get married, this is also a great month for you. You could have some expenses regarding, any kind of social work or spending money on elders. The last week of the month is where you could see some property-related issues come up. It could be good, it could be bad. Now, it's just related to property. Now, the best days are the 2nd, the 3rd, and the 4th. This is for your job. So, and the 28th and 29th. If you're looking to get a job, if you're jobless, if you're looking to change your job, if you're looking to do something at work to get recognized or a promotion or raise, these are good days for work. So 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 28th, and the 29th. Regarding business, it's best until till October 8th. Okay. And regarding health, be careful on the 19th and the 20th. Okay, so, and if you're looking to do well in your studies, if you're a student, The 1st, 2nd, 17th, 18th, 25th, 26th, 27th. That's a lot of good days. So if you're a student, those are great days for you to work on your studies, to do well, focus on your works. Your concentration will be really, really good on these days. So this is a good time for you to love, to learn. If you're someone who's in a creative field, this is where you'll see that your creativity is on a high during these days. And that's a lot of days. So make the most of it, produce something, that you've been looking to work on for a while. And if you'll also be in a romantic mood during this time. So if you're looking to go out, date, this is a great time for that. Best love days for you would be October 20th. Regarding marriage, this is definitely a good time for those who are looking to get married. It's a good month for that. Now, for those who are in the stock market, the 17th, 18th are good days to learn from the stock market. So if you might want to take a look at your portfolio. You might want to look at what the markets are doing, different stocks. You'll definitely learn something on these days, and that will add to your knowledge so you can be more profitable in the future. Now, regarding selling shares, the 10th and the 11th are good profit days. This is where you could take profit. So check your portfolio and see how you're doing on those days. A further investment, the 4th, the 3rd, and the 31st. These are good days if you want to add to your portfolio and further invest. Again, consult a professional before making any decisions regarding the stock market. Now, if you have Rahu in the 5th, don't even touch the stock market. Okay, that is not something I would recommend because you just won't do well. So it depends on your planet placements as well. Or even if you have a transit of Rahu or even Ketu, that will cause some issues there. Now, regarding finances, the 10th and the 11th, those are your good money days. So if you're looking to borrow money, if you need money to be returned to you that you've lent out, this is a good time to ask for it back. You should have money in your wallet on these days. Now, the 6th, 7th of October, again, keep your decision pending on those days. 19th, 20th, those days you need to be careful regarding your health. And the 23rd and 24th, those are going to be stressful days for you. So be mindful of your words, be mindful of what you're doing on those days and your energy as well. You'll see on these days your energy is a little bit low as well. It's harder to accomplish your tasks that you want to do. Now, let's go day by day. So October 1st to the 5th, this is great for your career. So the 1st and 2nd, you'll see that you're having a much easier time with your siblings. You're getting along better with them. And also you're feeling a little bit lucky too on those days. So 2nd, 3rd, 4th, they're great work days for you, especially after 3 p.m. Okay. The 4th and the 5th, they're good days. 6th and 7th, this is where you have to be a little bit careful. Okay, if you have any decisions to be made, keep them pending. Okay, somebody could make a fool out of you. You could get used. It could be an expensive day for you. And it could just be a day where, you decide to treat your friends out and you foot the bill. Again, you'll be stuck with paying the bill, but it's something that you do, willingly. So again, be mindful on those days. 8th and 9th, this is where you will revise yourself. Now you do from October 10th to the 28th, you're going to notice that your speech gets very sweet because you have Venus in the 2nd house during that time. So you're going to, sound a little bit sweeter and you'll be more persuasive, and you'll see that, people will notice that you're sweet talking everybody. Okay, so the 10th and the 11th, these are financially your best days of the month. Okay, so take advantage of those days. The 12th and the 13th, these again are very good days for you, especially with your siblings, your neighbors. If you want to take a local trip, a trip for work, those are good days. 14th, 15th, and 16th, this is where you'll be happy at home with your mom, with your family. If you'll see that with your mom, you'll actually get along better with your mother. And your mom's a really good woman. She's spiritual, she's religious, very, very nice woman. Now, also, some guests could also come to visit you as well. Now, if you have guests that are Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, these guests can be very lucky for you. And you'll notice that sometimes somebody comes to visit you and, your luck seems to be better. You're happier, things just flow better. So, because they're bringing that energy into your home. Now, the 17th and the 18th, these are great days to learn. Great days for romance, great days for your creativity. And if you have children, you'll get along better with them on these days. Now, the 19th and the 20th, this is where you want to be mindful of your health. Be careful of what you're putting into your diet, your exercise, if you can meditate and de-stress, that would be really, really recommended for you. So, if you have any decisions, don't make them on these days. If you have any important appointments, don't do them on these days. It's better just to reschedule. Now, the 22nd, the 21st, and the 22nd, these are good days for marriage. You'll see that you get along well with your spouse during these days. The 23rd, 24th, these are stressful days. This is where you will not feel your best. You might feel down. Something might stress you out. So, take it easy on those days. 25th, 26th, and 27th. This is where you'll feel lucky. You'll revise yourself. You'll look at, how you felt on the 23rd and 24th. These are better, happier days. Now, the 25th to the 31st, these are best days for your career. You'll do really, really well in your career. Especially the 27th, 28th, 29th, those are really, really good days for career. The 30th and the 31st, this is where you could get together with your friends. You could talk about your dreams. You could talk about your goals. You could network. So again, a really good end to the month for you, Virgos. Now moving on to Libra. So Libra, you have chances of, if you wanted to buy a purchase of a vehicle, this is a good month for that. If you're looking to get married, it's also a good time to get married. It's also a good time to meet somebody. There are positive changes in your investment portfolio as well. And the last work week of the month is really, really good for you. So you'll do really well in the last week as far as your career. Money flow is also really good this month. So regarding your career, now for those who are looking for a job, if you're jobless, if you're looking to do well at work, the best days for you are 13th, 14th, 15th, and after the 25th. Okay, so this is where, if you have an interview, do it on these days. If you're looking to propose something at work, do it on these days. If you're a business owner, you'll also find that this is a good month for you. Now, regarding your health, you need to be careful on the 2nd, the 3rd, and the 4th. This is where you won't feel your best. You could get into an argument with someone. If you have a decision that needs to be made, maybe postpone it. Keep the decision pending because you will regret it. You might make the wrong decision. And also be mindful of your communication. You could get into an argument with someone and your energies might be low. You might just feel down. You might feel lonely. So those are not good days of the month for you, the 2nd, 3rd, and the 4th. Now, for students, the best days for you are October 1st, the 10th, 11th, and 12th of October. So this is where you'll see that you are really focused and your concentration is really at a high. This is where you'll do well. If you have things to be submitted, if you have an exam to take, any tests that need to be done, these are the days that you'll do well. Now, for those of you who are creative, this is also those are good days for you if you're creative and you want to do something in a creative field. If you're looking to go out, have a date, these are also good date days for you. Now, regarding love, the best day of the month will be the 5th for you. Now, regarding marriage, this is a really good month, especially on the 5th and the 6th. Those are really where the energies will flow between you very easily, lovingly. Now, if you're in the stock market, the best days to learn from the stock market will be the 1st. So look at your portfolio, look at the stock market, look at the trends. This is where you can pick up something. Something will click, and you'll be able to make that adjustment in your portfolio. You'll understand something about the stock market on that day. Now, if you want to further invest, the 16th, 17th, 18th are really good days to add to your investment. And if you're looking to take profit from your investments, the 24th and the 25th are good days. Again, consult a professional before making any decisions in the market. Now, regarding your finances, the best money days are the 24th, 25th, and 26th. So if you're looking to borrow money, if you are looking to, get money back from your accounts receivable, if somebody owes you money, this is a good time to ask for that money back. And you should see that the money flow comes easy on these days. And you should have money in your pocket on these days. Okay, now we'll move to the day-to-day look, okay? So October 1st is a good day regarding love, children. The 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, like I said, it's not a good day, especially regarding health and issues of that sort. Energy is not good on those days. 5th and 6th, it's a good day. Those are good days with your spouse. And also from from August 29th to October 19th, this is a good time for you to actually take a long trip travel, something overseas or just a long trip with a spouse. You could plan something nice during that time. Now, the 7th, 8th, and 9th, these are stressful days. Okay. And also this is where you can also ask if you have a spouse and you need money, this is a good time to ask your spouse for some money. Chances are high you'll get it. And you Libras are very good looking, and your spouses are very energetic. They're very ambitious people. So again, on the 7th, 8th, and 9th, if you're looking to ask your spouse for money, chances are very high that you'll just get it very easily too. The 10th, 11th, and 12th, these are good religious days. This is where you feel lucky, and the energies are good on this day. On the 13th, 14th, and 15th, this is good for your career. These are good job days for you. So if you're looking to propose something at work, if you're looking to get recognition at work, get credit for your work, these are good days. If you have an interview, this is a good day. 16th, 17th, 18th, up to 6 p.m. This is where you want to invest in your friends, in your dreams, go out, spend some time with them, socialize. But after 6 p.m. on the 18th, 19th, and 20th. So on 18th after 6 p.m., this is where you want to be mindful. Okay, you could incur expenses, especially due to any, vehicle repairs or other expenses that could happen. If you have any decisions, keep them pending. If you have any appointments on these days, it might be wise to reschedule. And your energies won't be that positive on these days. Now, the 21st, 22nd, and 23rd, this is time for yourself. This is where you want to relax, spend time to rejuvenate, revise yourself, look past the month's activities. And the 24th, 25th, and 26th, now these are your best money days. Okay, so money will come to you, especially I see a good chunk of money coming to you. And these are good days where you'll enjoy friends, family, food, and fun. Okay, so these are really good days. And the 27th, 28th, and 29th, this is where you could improve your relationship with your siblings. If you want to take a short trip, this is a good time. These are good days for that as well. And also on the 30th and 31st, this is where you could improve your relationship with your mother. You'll see that your rapport with your mother is really nice. Your energies are very flowing together. And also, you'll be happy at home during these days. So the month does come to a nice end. And you'll have a few days where, you have to be mindful. But the rest of the day presents some great opportunities, and I do hope you make the best of every opportunity that it presents. Moving on to Scorpio day-to-day horoscope for October 2024. So now, October 2024 is a good month for you. It starts off with your career. So the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd are very good career days for you. You'll see that if you're looking to get a job, if you're looking to propose something at work, get recognized, get credit at work, those 3 days are really, really good for that. Moving on to the 4th and the 5th. This is time you want to spend with your friends. This is where you want to socialize, maybe network, Focus on your dreams, your long-term goals. This is a good time for socializing. The 6th and the 7th and the 8th. This is where you want to be a little bit mindful of your health. These are not the best days for you. So if you have any decisions that are being made on these days, keep them pending, because chances are high you'll make the wrong decisions on these days. And also you'll notice that your energies are low. You might even feel ill. And if you could very easily get into an argument with someone, have disagreement. So, the 6th, 7th, and 8th, the energies are not good on those days. The 9th and the 10th, this is time for yourself. This is where you want to spend time alone, read a book, take a bath, have some tea, meditate, rejuvenate, re-energize yourself. And the 11th and the 12th, these are good money days for you. This is where you'll see that you're happy at home, you're happy with your family, money flow is good on these days. And you'll see that on the 13th and the 14th, these are good days for your relationship with your siblings. If you have any disagreements with them, this is a great time to patch that up. If you have any disagreements with your neighbors, it's also a good time to patch that up as well. If you're looking to take a short trip travel, the 13th and the 14th are great days for that. Now, on the 15th and 16th, these are great days for time with your mother. If you're looking to spend some time with her, this is days where your energies will just flow very nicely. You'll get along really well. And you'll see that she's very supportive on these days as well. So if you need to talk to her about anything, definitely approach her on these days. If you need to ask for a favor, ask on these days. Now, the 17th and the 18th, these are also really good days for you, especially if you're a student. If you're looking to hand something in, if you have an exam coming up, any tests coming up, these are days that you'll do well. If you'll see that your focus is more stronger, your concentration is really there, and it's easier for you to really absorb information on these days. Now, for those of you who are in the creative field or any creative occupation, you'll see that your creativity is really on a peak on the 17th and 18th. And the 17th and the 18th is also really good if you want to go on a date, a romantic outing. This is a really good day. These 2 days are good for that. Now, the 19th and the 20th, these 2 days are not favorable. This is where your energies will be low. You could be sick. You could get into an argument with someone. You could make wrong decisions on these days. Your energy flow is just not good on these days. If you have work to do, you'll see that it's harder to actually complete your tasks on these days. So not good days, but there's only 2 of them there, 19th and 20th. Now, the 21st, 22nd, and 23rd, those 3 days are really good for you. You'll see that you're getting along really well with your spouse. Your marriage is in tune on these days, and the energy just flows better. You'll see that you're even luckier on these days. Now, on the 24th and the 25th, these could be very stressful days. This is where, something could just happen to give you a little bit more stress, a little bit more tension. So just keep your energies in check on these days. Again, spend some time, meditate, do some yoga, and this energy will pass. So on the 26th and the 27th, the energies do pass and you do feel better. You feel luckier. You feel your energies are coming back. Now on the 28th, 29th, and the 30th, again, these are really good career days. So you have a lot of really good career days and days where your creativity is really flowing, your focus is really there. So I would take advantage of all these really favorable days for you this month. And if you have things to do at work that need to be handed in, any proposals, this is a really, really good time for that. If you are looking for a promotion or a raise, this is a good time to ask as well. So that's the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 28th, 29th, and the 30th. Very favorable career days for you. Now, the 31st, it closes your month on a high note. This is a great social day for you to spend with your friends, hang out with them, socialize, enjoy the evening, and I hope you make the best of every opportunity this month presents to you, because you do have you have a lot of really good favorable days. Yeah, there's a few that are you have to be mindful of. So life has its ups and downs, but you have more ups in this month than you do downs. So I hope you do enjoy the month of October. Now moving on to Sagittarius day-to-day horoscope for October. Now Sagittarius, it's a good time for your children. Your fifth house is getting very activated very nicely. So try to complete any important work, especially before the 8th of October. This is also a time where you could take a religious trip. Any long distance trips are also favorable this month. And you could also get a new proposal or new work offers from your place of work. This is also a month where you want to avoid any arguments with your spouse. Okay, now the best days for job, if you're jobless, this is a good time to ask for a job, would be on the 8th and the 9th. The 14th, 15th, and 16th of October are also really favorable job days. So on those days, 8th, 9th, 14th, 15th, and 16th, this is where, if you don't have a job, this is where you want to apply. Go for an interview on these days. If you have a work proposal that you need to hand in, if you have a big meeting, these are good days for that. Now, avoid any arguments in the workplace as well, especially on the 1st and the 2nd. There could be stress in your workplace on the 4th, the 5th, the 30th, the 31st. So keep your decisions pending on those days, especially on the 12th and the 13th of October. That's where you want to keep your decisions pending. Okay, so if you have anything that needs to be signed, be mindful on those days as well, because it could be that you could come to regret whatever decisions you make on those days. So that's the 12th and the 13th. Now, if you are a business owner, this is a good month for business, and you'll also see that it's a good time for partnership as well, especially the 3rd, the 28th, and the 29th. You could actually get a chance at a new partnership or a partnership proposal. The 7th house is looking very good for you this month. In terms of health, be careful on the 20th and the 21st. These are days where your health will be a little weak. You will see that your energies are a little bit low. It's harder for you to complete your tasks. You could also even get into an argument on these days. You'll see that you're more easily irritable, and things can just easily blow up on these days. So those energies are negative energies on the 20th and the 21st. Now, for students, for those of you who are in school, who are taking courses, if you're in any kind of course where you're learning anything new, the best days for you are the 9th to the 25th of October. So you have pretty much a whole chunk of the month to really focus, to concentrate. Your concentration will be so good, and you will really be able to absorb all the information that you're taking in and really understand it and really apply it. So it's a really good month for students. If you are in any kind of creative field, from the 9th to the 25th, your creativity will be on a high note. You will actually be able to work more seamlessly. More ideas will come to you. You'll see that your mind is very, very clear on these days. Now, the best days for love this month is the 5th of October for you. And if you're in the stock market, then the 1st, the 3rd, and the 4th, these are really good days for the stock market. This is where you'll see some profits. So your best money days are the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, especially the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. This is where you'll see that, you're feeling lucky. Money comes to you easily. If you need to borrow money, this is a good time to ask. If you've lent out money, this is a good time to ask for your money back. This is where you could actually receive some money, and you should have good money in your pocket on these days. Now, the 5th is the best day for love and romance. Now, on the 7th and 8th of the month, this is where you could have an expense, something unexpected. So be mindful of your money on the 7th and the 8th. Okay, so now let's go day by day. Beginning with the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Again, these are great money days for you. The 5th is a great romance day for you. The 6th, 7th, and 8th, this is where you could socialize, you could enjoy time with your friends, and that's where you could also make, some kind of an expense here. So you could maybe go out, splurge on a dinner or a night out, and, have an expense there. So you do have an expense on the 7th and 8th. Now, on the 9th and 10th, again, your health will not be that good on these days. Your energies will not be that good. On the 9th and the 10th, your energies will be a little bit low. The 11th and 12th, this is a great time to spend on yourself. This is where you spend time rejuvenating, re-energizing yourself. Maybe read a book, maybe relax, go watch a movie, just time for yourself. The 13th and 14th, this is a great time to spend with your family. If you have any investments, this is a good time to look at your investments, maybe look at your savings and see how you could better manage your finances on these days. The 15th and 16th, if you're looking to improve your relationship with your siblings, with your neighbors, if you're looking to take a short trip traveling, whether it's for leisure, whether it's for work, this is also a good time for that. So the 15th and the 16th. Also, that's a good day for you to do any of your hobbies. Okay, you'll see that you're creative on those days. Now, the 17th and 18th, this is a good time for you to spend with your mother. This is where you'll get along really well with her. You'll get her support. Your energies will flow together on this day, on 17th and 18th. The 19th and the 20th, again, very creative days. But the 20th and the 21st, you have to be mindful of your health on these 2 days. Okay, so your energies may not be that, you might be low on your energy. You could also get into an argument with someone. You could be irritable. Keep any decisions pending on these days. Try to see if you can move any appointments and not take them on these days. So the 23rd, the 22nd and the 23rd, again, your energies will not be at its best. Now, the 24th and the 25th, these are stressful days as well. Your energies towards the end of the month here are not as great. So from the 20th to the 27th, your energies will be a little bit low. You might be stressed out. You might have some tension. But by the end of the month, by the 30th and the 31st, you'll see that your energies pick up again. Okay, you're in the positive sphere of energies again, and you're doing well. You're feeling good. You're feeling lucky. You're doing well at work. So the month ends on a good note. So I hope you make the best of every opportunity that October presents for you. And overall, it's looking to be a fabulous month. I hope you make the best of every opportunity, but be mindful of your words, okay? Try to avoid any arguments in the workplace and especially with your spouse. Now moving on to Capricorn day by day horoscope for October 24. So in the month of October, Capricorn, you want to be a little bit mindful of your health, okay? You need to focus more on your well-being. Be mindful of your diet and also your stress levels. And this is also a month where you can incur some expenses as well. If you have anything in the courts, be mindful. Try to postpone the dates and try to keep things pending if you can and avoid the unfavorable days. Now, the month is kind of weighed half and half, so I will go through it day by day for you. Now, the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, those are days where your energies will be low. You may feel not your best. You'll also find that you might feel down, you might feel depressed, and the energies are just not flowing. This is where you could incur some expenses as well. The 4th and the 5th, your energies are feeling better on these days. You're feeling luckier, your well-being is better, and, you'll notice that you'll get your relationship with your father is also better on the 4th, 5th, and the 31st. You'll do better on those days. Now, the 6th, 7th, and 8th, these are good days for you to focus on your work. So if you have any assignments to do, if you have any proposals that you need to hand in, if you need to discuss something with your boss, or even apply for a new job or do an interview, the 6th, 7th, and 8th are really good days for that. Now, the 9th and the 10th, these are days for you to relax, to socialize with your friends, go out, have a good time, get together, and change the energies up a little bit. Okay, this is a time for networking. It's a great time for networking, the 9th and the 10th. Now, the 11th and the 12th, again, you're looking at your health not being its best. You could also incur some expenses on this day. If you have any decisions that need to be made, try to avoid the 11th and the 12th. Try to, if you have any appointments on these days, they're not favorable days. So maybe arrange the days accordingly. Now, the 13th and the 14th, this is time that you want to spend on yourself. This is time where you want to rejuvenate yourself, re-energize yourself, remotivate yourself, and just spend time reflecting on yourself, your goals, your life, and where you want life to go. This is a great time for that. Okay, so give yourself the time. Take the time out to do that. The 15th and the 16th, this is time you could spend with your family. This is great energy for that. The 15th is a good money day. So if you're looking to make profits from the stock market, that's a good day for that. Again, consult a professional before doing anything in the stock market. And you do have to look at your full chart for that as well. But you'll see that the 15th, the 16th, they're very good money days for you. Money flow will come to you easily. And so will the 4th and the 5th. Those are also good money days for you. And also on the 17th and 18th, this is these 2 days you'll see that your energies flow better with your siblings. If you've had any disagreements in the recent past, this is a good time to, clear the air and, bring back that loving feeling with your siblings. If you have any neighbors that you haven't gotten along with or new neighbors you want to get to know, that's a good time to maybe go introduce yourself or clear the air with them. If you want to take a short trip, traveling for leisure or just for career, the 17th and 18th is a great time for that as well. The 19th and the 20th, this is where you'll see that you'll have your mother's support on these 2 days. She'll really be there for you. The energies really flow nicely between you both. And if you need to discuss anything with her, this is a great time to do that, the 19th and the 20th. You'll have her full support. On the 21st, the 22nd, and the 23rd, these are great days. If you're a student, if you have children, you'll see that you're getting along better with your children on these days. The 22nd is a great day for romance. This is a great day if you want to go on a date, spend with your loved one. That's a great day for that. And you'll also notice on the 21st, 22nd, and 23rd, you're also more creative on these days. You're more focused. Your concentration is better on these days. So if you want to learn something new, if you're in a course, if you're taking some classes, you'll do better on these days. Now the 24th and the 25th, these days your energy will be low. You may feel not well. And also if you are... you're also very irritable on these days, so you can easily get into an argument with someone or get into something, misunderstanding of some sort. If you have any decisions pending, try to avoid them. And you could also have some kind of an expense on this day as well, so you could incur some sort of an expense on this day, on these 2 days. So the 26th, the 27th, this is where you will actually get along with your spouse. The energies will flow really nicely with you and your spouse. And also the spark of romance will be there between you and your hubby or your wife. Now on the 28th, 29th, and the 30th, again on these days you don't feel your best. Your energies are low. You could incur some expense. You could have some illness. You could... Also, it could just be stress that you're just stressed out on these days. It could be that, nothing's really happening around you, but you're just stressed out. You're just, you have stress and tension. But then on the 31st, your energies do pick up. You're feeling better by the month's end. So there's your October for you. And I hope you make the best of every opportunity. But my advice to you this month would be take the time out. Rest, rejuvenate, take care of yourself. Put yourself as priority number 1. Because, if your cup is empty, you have nothing to give to anybody else. Okay, so take care of yourself. In the plane, they always say, put the mask on yourself and then put it on your child or put it on anyone else that needs help after that, because then you'll be able to. So again, take care of yourself, love yourself, and do the things you need to make yourself feel better this month. Okay, so love and light to you. Moving on to Aquarius, day-to-day horoscope for October 2024. So Aquarius, this is a great time for you to spend with your spouse. You'll see that you're happy at home in this month of October. Your energies are really, really good. You'll also see that you have some great money days as well this month. And this is a great month for partnership. You could see a new proposal at work, or someone, a new partnership proposal in romance as well. So now let's begin with the first, second, and third. That is activating your house of partnership, of love and romance. And also you could see that you're doing well in your business as well. You'll see that business activity will pick up on the first, second, and third. Now, the fourth and the fifth, this is 2 days where you'll experience a little bit of stress, some tension, maybe not feeling your best. Your energies will be low. This is also where you might have to be mindful of your health, any extra expenses, any kind of sudden events could also happen on the 4th and 5th. So not really good days for you. Now the 6th, 7th, and 8th, these are good days for you where you feel lucky, your energies have picked up, you're feeling good on these days. And this is where, if you want to practice any kind of spirituality, your meditation, these are good days to do that. The 9th and the 10th are good career days for you. If you want to perform well at work, if you want to get recognized for your work, get credited for your work, if you want to hand in a proposal or have a big meeting, these are great days for that, the 9th and the 10th. Now the 11th and the 12th, this is a great time for you to socialize, go out with your friends, go out and enjoy yourself, relax, and network. The 13th and the 14th, these again are not good days for you. This is where your energy will be low. You might have to worry about illness on this day. Maybe some unexpected expense could also be seen on this day. So you have a few days. You have the 13th, 14th, 26th, 27th, the 4th, 5th, and the 31st. So you have, a couple of days where, your energies are not at its best, but overall you have very, very positive days, and they're grouped in the house of partnership and of love and of getting work done and of business and money flow. So you have a really good month here. Now, the 15th and the 16th, these are days you want to spend on yourself. This is where you want to maybe, take some time, do something that you've always wanted to do, relax, go for a movie, take a long hot bath, just anything that you want to do for yourself. So you're rejuvenating yourself, you're re-energizing yourself, and maybe even self-reflection, maybe journal. Now, on the 17th and the 18th, this is time you want to spend with your family. This is also a good time. These are good money days for you as well. So if you're looking to further invest in the stock market, if you're looking to sell and take profits from your shares, these are good money days for you. If you want to look to borrow money, 17th and 18th, you should have money in hand. Now the 19th and the 20th, if you're looking to spend time with your siblings, that's a good time. If you're looking to get together with your neighbors, it's a good time for that. And if you want to do any short local trip traveling, whether it's for leisure, whether it's for work, if you want to do any of your hobbies, those 2 days are very favorable for those activities. Now the 21st, the 22nd, and the 23rd, you'll see that on these days you're happy at home. You're feeling loved, you're feeling happy, you're comfortable. And also you'll find that your energies flow really, really well with your mother. So if you need her support, if you need to talk to her, if you need to discuss things with her, if you want to just spend time with her, these are the best days of the month, the 21st, 22nd, and the 23rd. Now the 24th and the 25th, these are really good days for you to spend with your children. You'll see that your energies flow really well. They're more keen to listen to what you have to say, And also, they'll do well in their school, whether they're, of school age or whether they're working. You'll see that they're progressing really well. And these are also very creative days for you. If you want to learn something new, the 24th and the 25th are great days for that. Now, the 26th and the 27th, those days are days that your energies will be low. This is where you're irritable. You could feel not your best. You could feel ill. So be mindful of that. If you're having decisions that, need to be made, keep them pending, because chances are very high you'll make the wrong decisions on these days. And also you could incur some unexpected expense as well. Now, the 28th, 29th, the 30th, those are really good days for your marriage, to spend time with your spouse, to rekindle the romance. The energies will flow really nicely with your spouse and also with your work partner as well. If you're in business with someone, you'll see that on these days you can come up with some great ideas. You could, you see that your profits are doing really well on those days. And also on the 6th, 7th, and 8th, those are also good money days for you as well. So overall, this month is looking really, really nice for you. It's a very romantic, progressive month for you. You'll do well with work and with romance. So I hope you make the best of every opportunity this month presents to you. Love and light and lots of romance to you. Moving on to Pisces day-to-day horoscope for October 2024. Now, Pisces, this is a month where you need to be a little bit mindful of your expenses. You need to be mindful of your health as well. You could see that you're not feeling your best during this month. Your energies could be low. You could also be very irritable. You could easily get into an argument with someone. There could be misunderstandings. So be mindful. Your careful days are the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, the 28th, 29th, 30th, the 6th, 7th, 8th, 15th, and 16th. Those are days that you need to be careful of, stress, illness, expenses, getting into an argument with anybody. Also keep your decisions pending on these days. Okay, chances are that your decision-making abilities will be kind of low and somebody might even take advantage of you on these days. So just be mindful of your energies on these days, okay? So the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, be careful. The 4th and the 5th are good days for you. They're good days with your partner, especially if you're married. They're good days for business as well. The 6th and the 7th, 8th, these are stressful days. This is where you'll feel a little bit of stress, some tension, and your energies will not be at its best. The 9th and the 10th, you'll feel that your energies have picked up. You feel better now. You feel lucky, and you're happier on these days. The 11th and the 12th, these are good days if you're looking to do a job or interview, apply for a job, do a meeting, or get something done at work. Those are favorable days for your career. The 13th and the 14th, this is where you want to take time out, socialize with your friends, go out, enjoy yourself, do some networking. And you'll see that these are very positive days. Now, the 15th and the 16th, again, your energies are low on these days. Be mindful of ill health, expenses. Be careful with any decisions that you're making. Any appointments that you have, you might want to change the dates on those. Now, the 17th, 18th, this is time you want to have for yourself. You want to maybe revise, look back on the month and see where you've gone wrong on these days where your energy wasn't quite right, and revisit those decisions maybe. Now, if you do make the wrong decision, you will definitely figure it out on the 17th and 18th, because you will look back and reflect on those. Now, the 19th and the 20th, this is good time to spend with your family. These are good money days for you. So if you're looking to sell and make profit on the stock market, 19th is a great day for you. So make sure you're consulting a professional before you do so. The 21st, 22nd, and 23rd, these are great days to spend time with your siblings, with your neighbors. If you have a short trip that you want to take, these are great days for that. Great days to do your hobbies. Maybe if you like to read, paint, great time to enjoy those. The 24th, the 25th, these are great days you want to spend with your mother. This is where your energy with your mother will be great. She'll be very supportive of you on these days. And on the 26th and the 27th, you'll find that your focus is more in check here. You can concentrate more, your focus is in check, you're more creative on these days. So if you're learning, if you're wanting to learn something, these are definitely the days that you want to do it on, the 26th and the 27th. Now, the 28th, 29th, and the 30th, again, your energies are low on these days. You could experience illness, some low energy, some fatigue. You could get into an argument, misunderstanding. Again, keep your decisions pending for these days. Okay, so there you go. That was your month of October. I hope you make the best of every opportunity that this month presents to you. Just be mindful of your energy. Be mindful of the decisions that you make. And, take care of yourself. Spend some time reflecting on your decisions. And if you've enjoyed today's video, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel, as your support is greatly appreciated. And please don't forget to press that bell notification so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. Thank you so much for watching today.